Hey everyone, it's Lisa, esthetician and Seint makeup artist. I wanted to show you my modified Demi technique. I know you guys have seen me do this a million times already, and I have many videos doing this ultra zoom, but the longer that I'm using this Demi color, the better that I'm getting at it. And the intention of Demi is to use the least amount of product possible in order to achieve that effective color correction, but getting zero makeup texture. So as you can see here, I am using the least amount of product that I possibly can and zeroing in on targeted areas where it's the darkest. That's the key with Demi. You don't want to completely cover your whole under eye because that's what could make it look unnatural. So just with those two spots there, it just already significantly brightened up my under eye. And right what I was pointing at, that's my lash line. And I'm saying you don't necessarily want to cover every single dark point because then that could also look unnatural and chalky. And that right there was a little vein that I have there. That I consider to be a distraction. And you can see I just needed a little dot of Demi and it completely canceled it out. And now that whole under eye looks so much brighter just with that. Now here is the inner corner of my eye. This is a dark shadowy area that I have an issue with. So I'm just targeting the darkest point there. And I love having a cleaning tile with the Demi colors because it is so easy to clean off your brush, and then you could go into your other color without mixing them. So this one I had to go into Y01 because I have kind of a purpley blue area here, so I needed a different color. And this is something that I will do for you, actually. So you submit for your color match. My link tree is in the description below. You submit your makeup-free selfie, and there's directions on how to do that. And I can see your undertones, and I will be able to pick your custom colors to make your custom palette, because everybody is different with the discolorations that they have, the things that they want to correct. For me, it's dark circles. I have hyperpigmentation from post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation from acne scars. So my palette is not going to look like your palette. And you may have different things like, melasma, sunspots, and that is what I'm going to be able to determine from your selfie and your concerns, what you want to color correct. So this stuff is amazing. As you can see here, I have zero makeup texture. It looks like skin. I'm just always blown away by this stuff. And the more that there is a little bit of a learning curve to it. So the more that I'm using it and the better that I'm getting at it, I just see like the benefits of it and how beautiful everything looks. You could even do a hybrid method with this where you're using your 3D foundation with the Demi color. This particular video is actually for a customer. That's another thing too. So I will do this for you as well to show you exactly how to put everything on. And I just took a couple of clips from that video because it's a private video that I made just for her. But I thought it would be beneficial to do a video with a voiceover to show you, my new technique, now that I'm getting better at this. This is a super dark area here in the outer corner that I'm going to tackle, of course. For me, this one just needs one color. Like I said, we're going to figure out what it is that you need based on what you want to color correct. And as you can see, it just melts right into the skin. Tap with the fluffy side. I have moisturizer on, so it's like collecting on my eyelids. When I saw this, it was a little distracting. I was like, oh my goodness. I ended up wiping it away pretty soon, but that's all that was, actually. It's like now that I have a hooded eye, like everything collects there if I don't have eye primer. So now that is considerably brightened. Now that I have that appropriate color to cancel out that darkness that I have out there. And it just looks like supple skin. So you could do this with your 3D foundation, as I was saying, and just use this Demi under eye and have the most natural under eye, like bright under eye without any makeup texture. And then I only have, on my outer corner, I don't have any Demi, but now you're going to see, yeah, here's me wiping my eye on my eyelids. So I'm going to do the technique that I love doing where I wisp a very light layer of this Demi color with this super fluffy brush, and I just put it on the outer corner, and it just kind of brightens everything right there. But it's the lightest layer. So with this Demi color, you don't have to powder because of that, because these behave like a wax when you put them on properly, very thin like this, and they do not crease, and they just stay all day. It's crazy. So there's a very light layer of this Demi color on my brush, and now I am just going to sweep it. You'll see it a little bit, like it brightens, but then as I tap it out, it starts to disappear, but it leaves behind like this beautiful brightness, almost like a natural highlight. It's incredible. Now here's the difference between the two eyes, you can see. And then when I zoom out, you'll be able to tell the difference. I'm also doing my favorite technique in hiding my tear trough that I have going on here. And I've done this before, you've seen this many times. And I do put a little bit of extra product here because my point to this is to have underneath the trough to kind of come forward a little, like by highlighting it, trying to disguise that dent as much as I possibly can. I could only do so much, but it does make a huge difference, as you can see here. Now I'm talking about this distraction. So with Demi Color, we put on our Sculpt and Colors first. This I use as a blush. It is actually, could be used as a color corrector for darker skin, but for fair skin, you could use as a blush. So for this particular customer, she was doing no makeup with Demi Color, and I have a video about this as well. I have two of them up actually, more recent ones, and this is the shape brush that I'm using. These Demi Colors for that, you know, certain skin tones can use as blush and contour, are only going to be available for a limited time. So as I'm doing Demi Color matches, I'm letting everybody know, snatch them up while you can. I love these because they're so beautiful on the skin. They literally look lit from within like a glowy blush. So here's that distraction I'm talking about. So it's just a little pimple that's healing. I'm going in with straight Y1, so yellow 1 for purple, because as the pimple heals, it usually kind of tends to go more purple. So it seems crazy because I am putting on the color correction after I put my color on, and you would think that it would look like a white spot. Now, if you use traditional concealer, it would look like a white spot, but since this is Demi Color, that doesn't happen. You're filtering out a distraction, but it blends in. And now you'll see that when I zoom out, it just looks like I have a smooth blush on. Like my cheek is smooth. I don't have any distractions. And I just look like that lit from within glow. So as I'm placing this Demi Color on, I tap it out with the fluffy brush, and in a second you'll see that I will actually clean my brush off the smaller side of it, of the spot brush, in order to remove the excess color so I can tap and just blend that into the skin. So again, in my description, you will find my link tree. You can text me for your color match or fill out my color match form.